Here is why Ghasts are sad. Picture this. Imagine you just died, but when you respawn, your soul gets trapped in the nether. You become part of the soul sand. Your soul is then collected and used to power a ghast. You're trapped, stuck in this white, smelly marshmallow flying in the sky. You fly around endlessly in what feels like forever. You're forced to attack your fellow friends even though you have no control. You start to feel sad. This is your life now. Can we get back to the tantalizing overworld? And what just happened? While we don't exactly know the true reason why Ghasts are sad, we can come up with a good theory using evidence and proof we can find in Minecraft and other official sources. Let's come up with a theory. Watch to the end to find out why Ghasts are sad. Let's go back and find out why your soul was trapped inside a ghast. Why were these ghasts created in the first place? Are they artificial, man-made? In the Minecraft Mobestiary, an official Minecraft source, when you look at ghasts, they look almost robotic on the inside, composed of redstone and other things. Could ghasts be robots? Further proof of this is that I had theorized in the past that blazes are robots too, since they make mechanical sounds. For example, when you hit them and when they breathe, it sounds almost like a ventilation system. If ghasts are automata, it's not too big of a stretch to say blazes are machines too. You see, there seems to be many similarities between the ghast and the blaze. They both can fly, shoot fireballs, and both are potentially robots. While the blaze looks angry, the ghast looks sad. If ghasts are robots, why would souls like yours be needed to power these ghasts? Well, the word ghast is probably a play on words for ghost. Ghasts could be part souls too. Further proof of this is that they can be found abundantly in soul sand valleys, where many souls lay. So while your soul might power ghasts, what powers the blazes? Picture this. What if the nether was once a barren place, only with fungi around? All other nether mobs became mutations of overworld mobs. Maybe these ancient peoples wanted to populate this desolate dimension, and they imported many creatures like slimes and pigs, which mutated into weird variants due to the hostile conditions of the nether. Proof of this is that nether mobs look similar to overworld ones, indicating that they might have originated in the overworld. These creatures might have been brought into the nether long ago, maybe on purpose, maybe on accident. But something is odd here. 3 mobs don't have a clear overworld descendant: the ghast, the blaze, and also the strider. The ghast does look relatively close to a squid, so maybe these people from long ago tested on squids with radioactive elements until they created creatures like ghasts. Squids might be easy test subjects, like guinea pigs. That's right, we're bringing glow squids into Minecraft lore. The bottom of ghasts looks eerily similar to squids. It actually looks like an entrance to where the soul was sucked in. But I'm not sure about this theory, so I'll leave it up for debate. Ghasts also might be made of quartz. Let me explain. The 3 ores in the Minecraft nether as of now are nether gold, nether quartz, and netherite. Notice how gold is yellow like blazes, and quartz is white like ghasts. Ghasts might be made of quartz. Quartz does have high thermal resistance. That might be the skin of the ghast we're in. I'm pretty sure blazes are either made of gold or made of metal. This is because metal at very high temperatures looks exactly the same as a blaze in blaze rod. Blaze powder being magnetic would also explain why Eyes of Ender are pulled towards the direction of the stronghold. Anyways, armed with this information, let's continue. Your soul was harvested from soul sand and put into ghast to power them. This would make sense since ghasts are found in abundance in soul sand valleys, where many souls are trapped. This is just my suspicion, but I think that blazes are horribly mutated skeletons. Perhaps they have no soul like skeletons, but your soul was used to power the ghasts. Perhaps the purpose was even to trap and torture your soul. Let me explain. When you name a Vindicator Johnny, it will kill almost any mob. But notice how I said almost. They don't attack their friends like pillagers and evokers, which makes sense. But what is so strange is that they don't attack ghasts. If you look at this list, it makes no sense for the ghast to be there. Johnnies will even attack blazes. But why does a Johnny Vindicator not attack ghasts? It almost feels like an intentional feature, but yet maybe not. If so, what if the Vindicators trap human souls into these ghasts, and they don't kill them because they want you to suffer eternally in them? The Vindicators laugh at you. It's a cruel trap you're in. If you die in the Nether, you just go through the cycle again. Your soul is stuck in soul sand, you are put back into the ghast, and your soul is trapped in the Nether in this vicious cycle. We also need to explain why ghasts attack the player. If ghasts are controlled by human souls, why do they attack fellow players like you? Maybe ghasts can't control it. If you look closely into a ghast's mad face, it looks almost like it doesn't want to shoot you, but it is forced to, almost like it has no choice. Maybe the ghast is programmed to shoot on sight, even if you wouldn't wish to do so. You try to yelp for help, but no one hears you. That sound you just heard is called Affectionate Screaming, an unused sound file in Minecraft. It sounds awfully like someone yelping for help, but we don't hear the sound naturally in-game, meaning that no one can hear you cry for help. I get that the word affectionate doesn't really make sense here, but it's a possible theory. Ghasts could be sad because you, a human soul in this case, is trapped inside these metal marshmallows, but there is an important secret of the ghast we need to address. What are the ghast tears? Ghasts drop both gunpowder and ghast tears. It makes sense why they drop gunpowder since they shoot fireballs, but why do they cry these tears? You might first assume it's because they're sad, which is true, but machines don't need to cry, and water is basically impossible to find in the Nether. I noticed that a Nether star not enchanted has a similar color to a ghast tear. Is there a connection? Nether stars are believed to be many souls condensed together. This is because there are many soul power things in Minecraft that are typically cyan, and in this case, the beacon. It is crafted using a nether star, so we can assume that it is a bunch of condensed souls. If this is true, what if the ghast tear is a soul? Ghasts are sad because they are trapped souls and cry as a result. Whenever you kill a ghast and get its tear, you are holding a human soul trapped. Bear in mind that the soul is still trapped, but now just trapped inside a little tear. So, a player killed you as a ghast, but instead of going through the cycle, a ghast tear is dropped, and it's where your soul is stuck inside. The player, ignorant of anything, picks you up and uses the ghast tear to create a regeneration potion, which is the next puzzling mystery. Why do ghast tears have regeneration powers? They are also used to craft end crystals, which can regenerate the ender dragon. This indicates that the ghast tear has the power of regeneration. This is incongruous with the hostile nether. Regeneration is the exact opposite of withering. Why is the ghast tear like this? Well, remember, your soul became trapped inside a ghast tear, which basically means that a ghast tear is a soul. Maybe these souls regenerate and heal the souls of the living, like the player and other living mobs. This could also be why regeneration doesn't affect mobs like zombies and skeletons, which are both undead. And this also explains why beacons and totems of undying can give regeneration effects. Souls are used to power them. I'll admit there are a lot of assumptions here, but ghast tears could be souls trapped in ghasts and now are trapped in ghast tears. But you are still stuck inside the ghast. Your soul is stuck in an endless cycle. Is there a way out? To be free? There is an advancement called the Uneasy Alliance. It's when you release a ghast into the overworld, then kill it. That seems oddly specific, almost like there is a reason to do so. To escape the ghast, you need to be killed to be released. But if you die in the nether, the cycle just repeats, and your soul gets stuck in a ghast again. But if someone is willing enough to take you back into the overworld and then kill you, your soul is freed. You get to enjoy being a free soul in the overworld, liberated from the nether. Here is further proof. Ghasts were originally intended to spawn near nether portals in the overworld, but this feature wasn't added, meaning ghasts are still trapped in the nether, awaiting someone to free them. I'll admit there are some holes in this theory, but this is the potential answer to why Minecraft ghasts are sad and cry. Ghasts are powered and can fly because of a soul trapped in them. They might be quartz machines. The soul is stuck in the ghast until they are brought into the overworld and then freed. I hope you enjoyed this theory, and I make other similar videos. But to answer the age-old Minecraft mystery of why ghasts are sad, there are trapped souls inside of them, waiting to be freed by killing them in the overworld to free their souls from the nether. Thanks for watching, and consider subscribing.